Good morning, one and all. It gives me great pleasure and privilege to be here on this occasion of PSK online lecture. I, Dr. Dheeraj Oval, as HOD of Commerce Department, would like to welcome all my TUI Become student participants for the PSK online lecture. Today, we are going to discuss about the second question under the first model, material management. The question name is here. What do you mean by the material management? Explain the scope of the material management. We are going to see meaning, definition, and explain the scope of the material management. This is the basically meaning. Material means all the commodities which are used for the production purpose. It consists of raw material, factory supplies such as oil, grease, components, parts, etc. These are collectively described as a store and normally stored in the storeroom. So basically, I would like to mention here what are the production, what are the inputs we are going to use for the production purpose. The basically raw material, WIP, finished goods, oil, greases, whatever the direct indirect things we are going to use, these are collectively called as a material. Then let us go for the next para. The cost of raw material ranges from 50 to 85% in the factory as per the nature of the factory. Now, even also I would like to mention here, one third of the total asset of the company in the form of the material management. Even also I have given the some of the example. Let us think about the sugar industry. The sugar industry, the primary raw material, then we can say more than 70 to 80% amount invested in the form of the sugar cane. If I have a 10 crores of sugar industry, then for example, for that, I can say that 1 crore for land and building, 1 crore for plant and machinery, and I am having more than 8 crore in the sugar cane. The petrol industry, the basic raw material is a crude oil. Therefore, it's having more than 50 to 85% investment in the crude oil. Such a huge investment will attract, will draw attention towards the material management. Now we are going to see the definition which is given by the Peter Bailey and David Farmer. The term material management is used for the group activity. It's a group activity concerned with the getting purchase material. We are going to purchase the material and the services to the point where they are economically useful. We are going to purchase collectively material for the production purpose, but at the time of the purchasing material, we are going to think about the they are economically useful. They are purchasing, we are going to purchase at the lowest price with the better quality for the profitable of the company. That is comes under the definition which are given by the Peter Bailey and David Farmer. Now let us go for that one. What is the scope of the material management? And as I mentioned here, with the help of the shortcut key, with the help of the acronym abbreviation, we are going to see what are the scopes under the material management. After passing the 10th standard, if we are thinking about to take admission for 11, if you want to take admission from the science stream, therefore there is a need of the PCM marks, your physics, chemistry, and mathematics, and we are going to wear a watch on a hand that is called as the wrist. And with the help of the earlier in our time, there was a one black and white mobile phone used for gaming purpose, video game purpose, and that was an oval shape, that was called as a QD. Then we can say with the help of the your 10th marks, your 10th marks, that is a PCM, PCM, P thrice, C twice, M, P will become 3 times, C will become 2 times, M, then a wrist, we have a watch, a wristwatch, hand watch, that is a wrist. And in our time, there was a black and white mobile that was called as a QD. With the help of these are the alphabet, these are the acronyms, we are going to complete the question about the material management. And one by one, we are going to see here P thrice. Now look at the here. PCM, wrist, and QD. P means purchasing. Second P indicate production planning and controlling. The third one is packing and packaging. Both are the similar, but having the slight difference. I'm going to tell you what is the meaning for that. Then C twice, customs, customer services. M indicates material handling at the time of the handling material, movement of the material from the store to the production department, then the raw material convert into WIP, then WIP into finished goods, then another we are going to store at the go down and demand create in the market, the packing, then loading, unloading, how to handle the material with the proper technology we are going to see here. And as the wristwatch, wrist warehousing, that is called as your go down storeroom, receiving of the material, insurance at the time of the purchasing material, during the transport we have to take about the insurance, the fire insurance, we are going to storing the material, then storing, then transport. The last one is the QD, quality control, and the last one is the disposal of the scrap and surplus. Whatever the remaining part at the time of the production, residue is called as a scrap and surplus. These are the residue, scrap and surplus having the value we are going to sell in the market to the scrap seller, scrap merchant, and we can get the some profit. We can recover some money also. Then we are going to see under the scope of the material management. But my dear students, please use think about the PCM, then risk and QD, and we are going to complete the question about the scope of the material management. Now we are going to see the one by one. What do you mean by that one? Now look at the here purchasing. Purchasing in a normal language, we can say buying the material. But at the time of the buying material, in the case of the sugar cane, more than 8 crore business under the sugar cane, investment of more than 8 crore, 50 to 80% we can say. Therefore, it indicates the scientific purchasing raw material means to purchase right material at right time, right source, from right quantity, with the right terms and condition. Even also these are called as the 7R principle or objective of the 7R, and I have mentioned here. Now look at the here one by one. Right quality and right quantity, which comes under the Q. Right price and right place, it comes under the P2. Right time and the right transport, T2. And the right source, these are the precaution we have to take at the time of the purchasing. Yeah, this is also called as the scientific purchasing. These are the 7 principles, these are the objective of the purchasing. There should be the right quality and right quantity of material. There should be the right price from the right place also. There should be the right time and with the right transport, and there should be the right source, that's indicate the supplier or seller should be the right. These are called as a scientific purchasing. Now we are going to see the second one is a production planning and controlling. Material management is focused on the production planning system as per the demand create in the market. As per the demand create in the market, we have to do the production of the product. And even it is a systematic process to controlling material cost and control at the buying of the material at the right time. At the time of the buying the raw material, we have to take all the precaution, right material, right quantity, right price, right type, transport, right source, all 7 right we are going to take care about here. And even also we have to follow production planning, as well as we have to control all the processing. We have to save the wastage, there should be no theft, there should not be, we can say there should be the proper control over the production activity. And we are going to focus the production activity as per the demand created in the market. Now take the best example during the Diwali. We know very well about the huge demand for the sugar. At that time we are going to make the maximum production of the sugar. Now we are going to see about the packing and packaging. Both are the similar, but there is a one slight difference. Packing means to protect, cover the products, and packaging it indicates not only protect or packing the cover, but also providing all the information, easy to handle, as well as doing the advertisement to attract the attention of the audience. I would like to give the one of the example. If students, we are going to purchase 5 rupees oil from the retailer shop, he is going to normally pack in a plastic and will give to us. Even another example, if I want to purchase the Dhara 5-liter can, just you can look at that, easy to handle, easy to carry, the proper can is there, then attractive packaging on their poster, all the information in the ingredient. Even also we have attract the attention towards the 5-liter can also. Even for the sales promotion technique, they can offer, if you are purchasing 5-liter Dhara oil, you can get the another bowl free, any another coupon free. Then we can say there is some kind of the advertising to attract the attention, as well as easy to handle, easy to carry, and all the ingredients used in the Dhara oil, they are mentioned all the information. Then we can say packaging is a broader concept which is not only attract the attention, provide all the information, as well as protect the products also. Now we are going to see the third scope, customs. Now customs. Now, this is, I think so, fourth one. Purchasing raw material or essential input for the production purpose from outside of the country. At the time of the we are purchasing the raw material, whatever the requirement for the production out of the country, on that time we have to pay the custom duty. Normally, we have purchased the maximum product through the waterway. Therefore, we are going to pay the custom duty dockyard at our airport. Through the aeroplane, we have purchased the certain thing. By air transport, we have to clear all the duties, custom duty like freight duty, custom duty, insurance, dockyard charges. What are the charges are involved at the time of the purchasing raw material from the outside of the country? Now we have seen the GST also everywhere. Now look at their customer services. Our prime goal is to satisfy the customer needs and wants. If we are doing the production activity, the basic purpose is that we are going to sell in the market. We want to satisfy the needs and wants of the customer. Customers are the king of the market. Without the customers, no one can survive. Therefore, as per the requirement of the customer, as per the demand created in the market, we are going to provide the product to the customer. Now it's a time for the holistic approach of the marketing. Even we are not treated a customer as a king. Now it's treated as a customers are the god in the market. Therefore, we can give that kind of the respect to the customer. And without the customer, we can't survive. Therefore, we are going to focus on the customer services. Now, material handling, as I mentioned that when we are doing the production, the raw material convert into WIP into the finished goods. Therefore, moving of the material from one store to another store, one department to another department, one process to another process. There is a proper techniques and equipments are available. We can use that for movement of the material handling. Even also, I would like to do the one of the example. If you are doing the shopping at Gmart, Shopper Stop, Reliance Fresh, we can get the bucket, we can get the trolley to carry the product we are purchasing. That the trolley is a one of the, with the help of the trolley we can do the movement easily. We can purchasing a lot of the goods in the storeroom. The same the trolleys and lot of the equipments we are using in the production production department for the material handling with easy and convenient. Now warehousing, it is also called as a storeroom and go down. The basically it is create a time utility. Unless and until demand create in the market, we are going to store the material in the warehouse. The best example I would like to give the here is a umbrella. The production is going on the throughout the year, but the consumption only during the rainy season. Unless and until the rainy season will be start, we have to store all the manufactured, all the finished product umbrella in the go down. That comes under the warehousing, and it is a created the time utility. It is the same applicable for the production department also. Whatever the products we have manufactured, the finished goods, we are kept in the storeroom. Unless and until demand create in the market, we have to store in the storeroom, and then after we are going to dispatch to the market as per the requirement. Now we are going to see here, next point is receiving. At the time of the receiving material, there should be the proper care should be taken. It should be the inspected as per the order. We are going to thoroughly check whether the all the quantity we have demanded they have sent or not. Even also we have seen whether there any damaged material, any spoilage of the material. We have to take all the care. Even also we have to maintain the proper record also. That is comes under the receiving. Now look at their insurance. At the time of the transporting of the material from the supplier to the our factory, even also we are going to dispatch the material from our warehouse to the market, etc. During the transportation, at the time of the storing, we have to take care about the insurance also. They have to cover the risk of the material from theft, stolen, fire, spoilage, other things from any stages, from transport from supplier to our factory or a factory to the market. We have to take the insurance also. Insurance cover the risk of the material during the transport. Now we are going to see the storing. It means store the material in the warehouse in a proper inspection. After the proper inspection, as per the purchase order. It means to arrange the material as per the flip or FIFI method. Whatever the methods we are followed, that one, last in first out, first in first out. It is also record of quantities of the material available in the store. We are going to see about the bin card is there, then ledger accounts is there. Whatever the material we are going to store in the go down, we are going to make an entry on the bin card. Then we can get the up-to-date information, how much the materials are remaining and what are the materials we are sending in which department for the production purpose. We are getting the information here. Now transport, basically it involves the two cost of the transport. One is that transport charges, and that is a cost. Another is the freight, octroi, toll charges, and the miscellaneous expenses. At the time of the selection, the transport, there are the lot of the transport options are available in the market. You buy road, by rail, by water, by airway, whatever the suitable for us product. And even also what are the shortest distance, and it's a convenient and we can save the money. We are going to select that transport facility. And even also transport create a place utility, the moment of the material from the production center to the consumption center with the help of the transport. Now we are going to see about the quality control. It is one of the essential scope of the material management. It is a basically focus on the maintain the quality of raw material, so that final product of quantity quality is the best as per the requirement of the customer. At the time of the purchasing the raw material, we should take a precaution about the proper quality. If suppose we are going to purchase the inferior quality, that would be directly affect of the final quality of the product would be the inferior quality. Therefore, at the time of the purchasing raw material, we are going to take care about the proper quality. There should be the final product quality is also proper, and the customer likes our products also. Now disposal of a scrap and surplus, yeah, it is one of the ancillary function of the material management. At the time of the doing the production, raw material convert into WIP, work in process convert into the finished goods. We are getting the lot of the scrap and surplus. Then we are also selling to the market also, we can get the some amount also that comes under the disposal of scrap and surplus. The best example in our house, we are purchasing the newspaper on the daily basis, and at the end of the month, whatever the old newspaper, we are going to sell to the scrap merchant, and we can get the some money. That is called as a disposal of scrap and surplus. As I have given the example, I have a industry, sugar industry. At the time of the processing sugar cane into the sugar industry, I can get the some of the byproduct. Just like look at the here, jaggery is there, alcohol is there, thermocol is there, we are going to sell in the market, and we can get the some money also. These are the some of the byproduct. Even we can get the waste of the jaggery, we are going to sell to the alcohol industry, and with the help of the waste of the jaggery, we are going to make alcohol. That comes under the disposal of the scrap and surplus. Now here is the recap. The question is that scope of the material management with the help of the PCM, RIST, and PD, we are going to complete here. These are the points, 13 points: purchasing, production planning and control, packing and packaging, customs, customer services, material handling, warehousing, receiving, insurance, storing, transport, quality control, disposal of scrap and surplus. These are the 13 scopes of material management. With the help of the PCM, RIST, and QD, we have completed. Thank you all of you for your precious listening. Thanks a lot.